Hi there, this is Paul into the Tech Modeler channel in regards to my Buddy Builder switcher, and I've got one track module, and I call that for want of a better word, because to me it's a module that goes on the side that's got holds the tracks. The sponson is the bit that holds the gun in, so I'm calling it a track module for a better word. Switcher I think called it the sponson, so it doesn't really matter what we call it. I just called it a module because it's a track module to me, because it's separate and slots on. Anyway. I just watched again Switcher's build on the tracks, and I had same issues as him in putting those wheels in, and I've got to be honest, they're a pain. And so, but I did a different version. What I did is I haven't got any pins here. When I build the next one, I'll explain it a bit more. But what I did is I actually put a road wheel on the bottom part of each axle going around, and put a bit of extra thin glue on the bit that actually goes on, and pushed it in. And once I did that, it gave it a bit of play, and I let it dry, and then I slotted the top wheels on, because you've got to make sure you get them in the right order, otherwise they don't fit on this way, the way I did it. So what I did is I actually put them onto the bottom wheels on the axles, and then slot the top ones on top, and then and then I put the outer plate onto the top, and got me fix right. I did take a note of what Switcher said about the second one in from the rear, from the body of the tank out for the front idler, and it worked perfectly. It sits lovely and snug. Track links for using the tack-on ones, it's quite weird how the numbers are different. For the tack-on ones, it was 90 track links, because I had 92 as I said on a previous video, and I've actually gone back to 90, so that sorted that out. I had a bit of a ping as well, Yahoo as it were. Is the track bit over the back that sits there, the metal bit, actually pinged off. I've got it over there, it's not damaged in any way, shape or form. I touched it when I was using the clamp, so lesson learned on that one. I shan't put that on until I've actually finished the next vehicle, so I'm going to do both at the same time. So I'll be photoing these little photo etch bits. If I hold it on this, perhaps that'll cover it, I don't know. It will. There it is there, little blight, you can see there. You can see it from my finger how small it is. Goes on the inside. So that'll be super glued on later on when I've done the other track module. Here's the next one ready to start, as you can see, cleaned up. What I'm going to do first though is I'm going to sit and clean all the wheels up first, because that is laborious. It's a bit of a laborious task. So, and the axles. So we'll be doing that next. Not so much now, I'll be doing it later in the day. But I'm going to clean all the road wheels up first, and the axles, so they're sitting in my little orange tubs ready to go. What else can I say about this? No, apart from that, I didn't have to use pliers, obviously, because I did my method, which was slightly different. A very small bit of glue, not on the actual peg that goes through, just on the top, so it holds it in place while you're slotting all the wheels on. So I'll explain a little bit more in the next one when I've got it to a certain point, and I'll show you on the video what I mean by it, so you can see a couple of sections of it being done. But I found that was easy as well, because it held, the wheels actually more or less stayed in the right position. I had to use I used this instead. Oops, sorry, knock that over. I used my trusty pinchers to use as a prod, just to push each pin in line. And once I got them in line, as soon as I see them come into the hole, then that's when I left them line, went to the next one until it was all lined up, and then clamped it. Then I pushed it down, and did exactly what Switcher did then, and glued all the way around. So I'll explain a little bit about on my next module build up, but that's why I didn't use pliers or anything to push the wheels in, because that was a good idea. I decided to do it the other way, put a little glue, and as the glue was going to be on the inside, but even then you can't see any glue. I don't know if you can see there. It's funny, it don't want to focus, does it? I wonder if I need to use the other one. Hold on, let's come down in. No, it won't let me change it. Anyway, so you can't see it. Ah, you can a bit now, perhaps. There's no glue marks there, because you can't even. I can only see a nice plastic pin. So even using the glue on the end of the pin where it makes contact with the panel, just enough to hold it in place. That's all I needed to do. And then I slotted all my wheels in, and then clamped together as I said, and it all clicked in place. As Switcher said, it does click into place. So, and then when I put the tracks on, it was 92 sections. I'm going to have a closer look at the instructions, because I think my track is the wrong way around, but it doesn't matter, because I'm going to take it off anyway, and it will fit perfectly the other way as well. So I shan't short my other one, but to 90. I should just do the same, test fit first, and then pop it on. But that was perfectly well done, Switcher, if you let us know about that. The one next one out from the body, in the body. So the next one in from this end, the second one in there is the second one in there is one you use, because it's going to come into focus. I should have had it on macro, I think. Yeah, there it goes. So it's the second one in from this end. So feed in from this end, second one, and you got it. So, and that was perfect. And I'll be doing the same on the next one. So anyway, so my next update will be when I've got near the completion of this, but I will stop before I actually clamp the two sides together. I will actually show you what I mean by how I put the road wheels in, and to make it life a bit easier. So thank you very much. And update Switcher about the ferret armour car you mentioned in your video. I can't. The only place I know that we did one that I know of is Accra Armour, and it's up in Scotland. But it was a resin kit, and I don't know about you, but I'm never struck on complete resin kits. You might be. I think it was about £79, which is going to be quite expensive, and it's resin. There's a lot of mucking about to do with that, and masks and God knows. But if you're happy with that, then that might be the way to go. I think there was a plastic kit years ago, like you said, I think, but I've done a search, I can't find it anywhere. So anyway, that's a little short personal message for you, Switcher. Anyway, so my next update, I'm not going to give it a time scale this time. I'm going to have to refrain from doing that. But my next update, I will explain a little bit more about my method of doing the wheels. So you've got a choice of two ways, Switchers or mine. And as I said, we always find out different ways to do it, and it just to show. I watched Switcher's video on that, but never took any of that on board when I was actually doing mine. And I had problems. I was lining up the wheels; they kept falling out and whatever. So I went to that method, just touching a bit of glue on the end of the peg, pushing it into place with the wheel that's on that panel in place, and then I slotted all the top wheels in after they was in place. And that there was always more. And I just checked, looking down, and make sure they was lined up, and then when I put the pieces together, I only had a little bit jiggery-diggery to do with this, and that seemed to work quite well for me. So anyway, so see you next time, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.